আজি दोसर केओ कटले तो
2 minutes, guys. Only 20 people has joined. 19 people. We'll start the class once it is 9:10. Okay. बीच में आपके कुछ डाउट्स हैं तो पूछ सकते हो आज की क्लास स्टार्ट होने से पहले.
Sir, there was a question in CC. The output was nothing, sir. No error, no values, like nothing. It came nothing.
अच्छा, वो बिट को आपने रन करके देखा क्या?
हाँ.
What is the question there? Can you go through that? I asked you, like they asked you to write what is the output going to be and why is it?
No. Why is it here? It just said that def function a b if a is.
कल बात करेंगे उसके बारे में.
क्या sir?
We'll talk tomorrow because all might have not affected, right? Not attended the CC, I guess.
Okay, sir. Okay. लेकिन I wanted to ask just तो उसका जो उसी में से उसी वैल्यू आता है लेकिन हमें नहीं दिखा रहा है, ऐसा कुछ है या फिर?
Okay, let me check. I have checked it once, but I haven't gone through all each and every question actually.
मेरे को वही जानना था, वैल्यू आता है हमें नहीं आ रहा है, मतलब ऐसा कुछ है या फिर कुछ नहीं आता है? I didn't got, so I want to know.
No issues यार, एक दो बार ट्राई करो, मालूम पड़ जाएगा.
मैं कर दिया सर, क्या फिर कुछ वैल्यू नहीं आता उसी के लिए. So I thought the last print को मतलब I'm confused.
आ रहा था आउटपुट आ रहा था.
आया आउटपुट?
यस सर.
जो राइट है वही आ रहा था तो.
अच्छा ठीक है, कल की सीसी कर दिया सब लोग?
हाँ सर.
कैसे था वो प्रॉब्लम्स?
अच्छा था सर. वो थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट था सर. पास एक बार एक्सप्लेन कर सकते हो क्या सर अभी?
I have to download it, I guess. Let me check if they are downloaded in my lappy. I'll just go with them. अच्छा, कोई डाउनलोड कर दिया तो मुझे चैट पे भेजिए वो फाइल को. Is that going to happen? हो सकता है वो.
कौन सा फाइल सर?
कल की सीसी.
कल की सीसी हो.
हाँ सर, कल का सीसी में एक डाउट था. वो एक क्वेश्चन में बताया था कि 1 + 2 + 3 + 4 + 5 = 15 लाना है. आउटपुट ऐसा आना है या फिर वैल्यू बस 15 आने से होगा?
कौन सी सीसी में बोल रहा हो?
वो कल का सर.
ओके, शेयर करो कुछ डॉक्यूमेंट है तो.
मैं अपना मोबाइल पकड़ा हूँ, वो लैपटॉप में.
एक्चुअली मेरे इसमें क्वेश्चन आता है, मोबाइल इज स्विच्ड ऑफ एज ऑफ नाउ.
Find sum of n numbers by using string.
Just wait, hold on. Do someone have that CC downloaded?
Yes sir, I have done sir.
Send me in the chat.
Sure sir.
Why am I asking this? Because today Nisha is not available and so you haven't gone to doubts, I guess. सिक्स टू 9 का क्लास है ना आपको?
नहीं सर, आज नहीं हुआ.
शेयर कर रहे हैं भाई मुझसे, यानी मैं क्लास शुरू कर दूं? So how many of you answered the CC?
I answered sir.
Sir, even I have
Raise
question.
your hands. टाइम पे सबमिट कर दो भाई, नहीं तो आपको प्रैक्टिस और मार्क्स भी चल जाएगा. Like they won't be up to the marks.
Why everyone is raising hands?
Okay, let's see this. Okay, उसको share करूँगा, एक minute. Okay, you can lower your hands, guys. यही है ना सीसी?
Yes, sir. The second one I was
Okay,
having doubt.
let's see the first one. आप program लिख दिया? You have to check whether the given letters are A, E, I, O, U or not, capitals and small. And then you have, if it is matched with that, you can remove that using a for loop and iteration over the strings.
Sir, I did use def function, sir.
Oh, ठीक है. एक function create करके solve किया क्या?
हाँ, sir.
Nice, good thing. Okay, so what is this function? Second question. Write a program to print the sum of n natural numbers. Acha, they will be giving you n value and you have to print the sum of values from 1 to n.
तो उसका ऐसा आना जरूरी नहीं है ना 1 + 2 + 3 ऐसा नहीं आना ना
वैसा ही आना है ना. अगर मैं
बस
10 दिया तो 1 से 10 तक सारे नंबर्स को ऐड करना है. 1 + 2 + 3 + 4 + 1 + 10.
डायरेक्ट वैल्यू निकलने से नहीं होगा क्या सर?
जरूर होगा. You can use formula here.
Oh, then I did the one डायरेक्ट वैल्यू निकलने वाला मैं किया क्योंकि मैं कर रहा था तो वो 1 + 2 + कैसे लाना मेरे को पता नहीं चला.
पर इसको प्रिंट करने की जरूरत नहीं है, खाली वैल्यू को प्रिंट करना है.
वो मैं उससे प्रिंट करने के लिए ट्राई कर रहा था, नहीं हुआ तो डायरेक्ट वैल्यू कर दिया मैंने.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
So you even are you
Sir,
guys
we have
trying to print
done
this
the same.
value?
No, sir. Direct
Yeah,
we have.
good. Someone. Okay, you don't even try to print these patterns. Okay, what they have given. If they specify that to print it, you can print it. Just go with the question part and understand what the question is. They are asking us to print the sum. That's it. Just print the value and done. Third question के लिखेंगे. Write a program in Python to find out all factors of an entered number. Okay, सारे numbers के factors find चाहिए. जो कुछ भी number दिया उसके factors find करना है. You know what are the factors, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Which can divisible that given number.
Yes, sir.
तो हो गया. 1 से 9 तक divide करो और उसके बाद भी like you can divide it from 1 to n. हर एक number को divide करते जाओ. What is that what you did or something else?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's what we did, sir. That's what.
Exactly. Even we can reduce this to half. जो कुछ भी factor है ना, समझो 10 ही है. 10 के बीच sorry, let's say the number is 20. Okay, we can divide that 20 with 1 to 10 alone. After 10 जो कुछ भी number आएगा that won't be factor of 20. So that will reduce time of execution of your code. बेहतर है अब तक उसके बारे में like that way is also like whatever you did is also correct way, but still there are many ways to solve that particular problem. ठीक है? I think that's it on the previous one. So done. Any doubts in this?
No, sir. No, sir.
Let's get back to our today's part. Stop share.
Sir, it's a day 1 CC. Week 3 day 1 CC.
हाँ exactly. आज तो week 3 day 2 है, day 3 है ना?
Yes.
कल का CC तो दे दिया मैं. 1 second, let me just open the. So guys, today we are going to learn about scope of a variable and also how a functions will be defined. Sorry, a list is defined in the Python. 1 second, the screen is getting shared. Okay, notes के बारे में आपको notes मिल रहा है ना रोज? Is notes available to all of you?
That readable part, sir.
हाँ, readable link में. Notes के बारे में बोल रहा हूँ. अरे mute करो कोई भी. Like who is that? Mute your mic. I'm talking about the notes, lecture notes.
Yes, sir. It is given till if else notes it has been given there.
Till which day you have the notes?
Hello. Yeah, sir, I have uploaded the notes till while loop.
अच्छा, ठीक है. थोड़ी बहुत तो late होता है because your friend has to make the notes. But Salil will do one thing. From next week, I have notes prepared beforehand. I'll do one thing. After the class is done, I'll share you with the notes. You can edit that and you can do the required changes.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
सर वैसे भी अभी 2 नोट्स अभी और बचे हैं, मतलब मैंने अपने डायरी में नोट कर लिए हैं, उनको टाइप करना रह गया सर.
Type है?
आई मीन वर्ड पे, माइक्रोसॉफ्ट वर्ड पे टाइप करना रह गया नोट्स पे.
Okay. Okay, I think my charger is for 1 hour. Oh my god. मैंने अपना चार्जर ऑफिस में भूल गया था. Okay, so guys, can you stay a little late? I'll try to close this session within the time whatever it is provided by my laptop.
Yes,
देखो
sir.
अभी कितना मिनट दिखा रहा है? 58 minutes. I just don't want to waste your time. Let's get back there. Laptop कैसे बोल सकता हूँ? Idiot. Okay, so agenda. Today we are going to deal list, comma, scope of variables. What is that? Scope of variables. So we have seen different types of variables, right? One is like string, which we can be, sorry, not different types of variable. We have gone through variables which we can assign with different types of data types. Some x ka value diya tha, I can give 1 in this case. I can also give x equals to some string. I can also give boolean value for this, right? So what here we know that x is our variable. Yes or no? So we can do multiple, we can assign multiple values to that at required time. कभी किसी को क्या like कभी कुछ चाहता है वो value को हम update कर सकते हैं in this particular variable. And now we are going to see where we can use this variable, how we can use this variable. Okay, how this variable going to be working with respect to the location where it has been declared. Okay. Let me just give you over. VS Code. VS Code आपको दिख रहा है?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Control A, delete. Right. So now let's see here. If I say I want to declare a value here for the x. Okay. So what I just did initially, x equals to, I have given it as Surya. अभी क्या हो गया? X is now storing the value as Surya. So if I print x, what it will print?
Surya.
Exactly, right? So whatever the variable we declare out of or we declare in the code without any block, that means, let's say, let me give another example. I have given a function here, def sample of is a function. In that, I'm saying x equals to now local x. Okay, if I'm trying to print x, what is the value it is going to print?
Local, sir.
Local x.
Local x. Okay, if that is fine, then if you want to print the x here, to just remove this. अब मैं x को print करना चाहता हूँ, क्या print हो जाएगा?
Surya.
Why is it so?
सर ग्लोबल स्कोप में ना बाहर है वो.
Oh, you know the scopes?
हाँ सर, आपने दिए थे ना variables में.
Super. Now I love this batch now. Okay. So if I run this, what just happened here? Surya aa gaya tha, but in this, still this variable is not visible because I haven't called the function here. Let me just call it sample of. Okay, if I run this, ho gaya, local x aa gaya tha aur Surya bhi aa gaya tha. Why is it not getting executed here? Because this variable which we declared in the x is local. That means this belongs to this particular sample function alone. Okay, and though we have the same names x over here and x over here, it doesn't get conflicted because the scope of this variable is totally dependent on sample, whereas this x is globally declared. That means anywhere if you want to access this particular variable x, what we must do, guys? अगर मैं x को access करना चाहता हूँ, क्या करना है? पढ़ा ना? बोलो. Yes, we have to add a variable called global, and we have to specify the global variable which we want to access. Let's say I have y also defined here, which is sample word. Okay. So now, if I want to change the axis of that particular y, I'll be giving global y. Or else, now what I'll do is I'll just replace this with y. Now, whatever the change I do with respect to y, will be affected this particular global variable as well. Why? Because I'm saying to the Python that Baba, you have to find my y, which is defined globally, where out of the scope. Okay, global is nothing but who is that speaking in between? 1 second, let me mute. Don't talk in between. Okay, my laptop charging is getting low. Okay, fine. See here. Where am I? Okay, so we are asking the Python to go to the location where the y is described globally. The scope is nothing but how we are going to access that particular variable is called scope. Okay, and the scope of y in this case is what is now shifted to global variable, which is this particular part. Though we print if I print y here and also call sample of y, what is the values that are going to be printed here? क्या प्रिंट होने वाला है यहाँ पे?
सैंपल वर्ड
सैंपल ऑफ कॉल करने से एक प्रिंट पे हो रहा है. What is the value in this case and what is the value in this case? Okay,
Local
sample
X
word.
word.
What is that?
Local X and sample word.
Is that same for all of you guys? But this is going to be
सैंपल वर्ड
again देखो मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ, I have changed my access saying that now you go and access the global variable which is declared above this functional scope. तो वो global
Local
variable
X,
क्या है? sample word है. तो ये access करने global word देने से क्या हो रहा है? Now whatever the changes I make to this variable y, it will be reflected globally. That means if I run this code, it is going to print local x, local x. First local x is because of sample function, which is having print of y. Okay, and second local x is because of print of y, which is printing global variable, which is y here. Okay, so by using global word, guys, remember this, by using global keyword, we can access, change variables which are created, or we can say which are in the global scope. Okay, which are defined out of that particular function.
So this works as replacement, sir. I mean, you are replacing something, some sample word to local X by using global key.
Exactly. No, dekho, I'm not. You must not see it as a replacement. You must see it as this way, like.
I mean, for this function, I mean, for this function you are replacing, right?
Yes. Again, it's not replacement. It is we are changing the. Okay,
Yes, sir,
fine.
sir, I got it. I got it. Sir.
Got it. So we are changing the variable content here by defining the global, and we are accessing this y variable. इसको access करने के लिए हमको क्या चाहिए? Global keyword चाहिए. Why is this global keyword again useful for? To access the variables which are out of the scope, current scope. Okay, and now let's just print some other variable here. Z equals to local Z. अगर मैं Z को यहाँ print करें तो क्या हो जाएगा? Print of Z. What's going to happen in this case?
Local Z.
Local Z, right? Why is it getting local Z here? Because the functionality, the scope, or the where we can access this particular Z is totally dependent on the sample of function. Agar I want to access this Z globally, print of Z, what is it going to return?
Nothing, sir.
देखो अभी error आ गया था.
Error
देखो नीचे error आ रहा है ना. Why it is saying Z is not defined. Pylance is another library. Just leave it. It is a helper class in Visual Studio, which gives problem, which shows problems. Okay. So now see here. So Z is not defined in the global scope, and so we are not going to access that particular Z variable. If I even run this code, it is going to throw an error. Name Z is not defined. Okay. And if I want to change this X को change करने के लिए क्या करना है? सूर्य से बदलकर मैं कुछ और नाम देना चाहता हूँ.
Sir, at first when print Z local Z आता है क्योंकि वो define function के ब्लॉक के अंदर जाता है, और इधर बाहर नहीं आता क्योंकि वो उसको उधर Z का कोई डिफरेंस.
हाँ देखो सुनो, I'll just simplify it. सुनो, Z का describe किया. Where did we created the Z? Sample function में ही है ना? Z को कहाँ define किया हम? We have defined the Z in the sample function. Right. And so if you want to access this particular Z from the sample function, we can say directly print Z. Okay. By that we can access that particular Z variable throughout. अगर समझो आपको Z variable को global बनाना है, instead of without declaring it outside of the function, we can make it global by simply saying global z. And then we have to say z. हो गया ना? Error हो गया, देखो. Error is missing now. Why? Though we haven't defined that particular z variable out of this function scope, but we are specifying the Python that z is a global variable. Even if I write another function def sample2 of colon, and if I say print z in it, it will be printing the value. Local z print ho jayega. Are you understanding this?
Yes, sir.
Here you have to remember two different points. One is global, which helps us define or which helps us make a variable as a global variable. That means we can access throughout the code. Let's say मेरे पास 100 lines of code है. Okay, if I define it as a global, I can access it in that 100 lines of code. There are 7 different functions. I can access it in each and every function. That's what happened in this case. Sample से हुआ था, sample 2 से भी हुआ. क्यों? Because z is a global variable. And if I say, if I remove this z here, sorry. Oh. Okay, if I remove this global of z, control X, अभी क्या हो गया? Z is not defined here. Right?
Yes, sir.
So that is why it is showing the error. It is local now. It is not showing the error in this sample function. Why? Because its scope local hai. That means it is now being assigned or utilized in this particular sample function. Does it make any sense, or it is making any sense?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, cool. How should I maintain this battery? Sorry, folks, I never thought that I'm going to forget my charger in the office. This is another black day for me. Fine, just don't waste the time. So first point to remember is global keyword, which helps us to make a variable into a global access and it can be accessed throughout the code. Second point is local instance, where the variable which we declare in that particular function is going to be active and can be accessible in that particular function alone. Okay, in this that is nothing but print z variable here. Okay, in order to find out, there are 4 different types of scopes here. 4 different types of scopes. One is, just for your info, one is local. Second one is global, which we discussed. And third one is enclosing. Fourth one is built-in. Okay, so we have done with the local variable. What are the variable declared in that is called local, and declared at the start of the code or in between with a global keyword is called global, and enclosing को देखेंगे अभी. Let's say def outer code of print x, and if I want to add another function, def inner code of colon print y. Okay, so let me just comment, remove this part.
Sir, X and Y, sir.
X को ही करूंगा, X को initialize आप करूंगा. क्या, what is your doubt?
Just you removed X and Y, right? So
हाँ, both remove कर दिया था intentionally. So let's say x equals to क्या देना, outer function, and here x equals to inner function. Okay, so if at all, if I run this code, what is it going to get printed? First inner code को print करता हूँ, inner code of, and bar में let's just say this, Control X, Control V, and now I'm going to call outer code off. तो अभी क्या प्रिंट होने वाला है x के वैल्यू में? If I run this code, what is the output going to be? Outer code का output क्या होने वाला है? Just give me a wild guess, no problem in that.
Inner function, inner function.
Okay. So x is going to get inner function and x and
outer function and outer function.
Yep. Why? Because see here. So this particular x has a local scope. Okay. And now it is checking for whether the x whenever the function inner code is called, the function x will be defined as inner function. And now this print of x will be checked. X is going to check whether there is an x variable present in this particular code or not. Okay. Now we got the variable defined, which is 8x equals to inner function. हो गया. तो इसलिए वो inner function को print कर दिया. And after that, we have another function called outer code. In this, after executing this particular line, it will go for the print of x, right? So, अब ये देखेगा. Now this print of function will check whether the x is available in this particular outer code variable or not. Okay, outer code का local variable में x है कि नहीं देखेगा. If it is available, it will print that particular output there. Am I making any sense? Inner code को, if I want to print the x, inner code का local variable देखेगा और variable को print कर देगा. And if I am going to print the outer code का local variable पे x है कि नहीं check करेगा. हाँ, it is available and it will print the value in that. Clear or not, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
अब देखो, अगर मैं इस वैल्यू को निकाल रहा हूं, what is it going to print?
Outer code, sir.
Of course, we can see that there is no error in this case, right? So what is it going to print? Let's just see. Outer function. Okay. Why is this happening? This particular way of accessing variables is called enclosing scope. What is it?
Enclosing scope.
Enclosing scope. What is enclosing scope? This is a child and this is parent. Okay, or we can say function and subfunction. Function and function. Okay. So if at all a subfunction is accessing a variable which is being provided by the super function or outer code, then that variable will be accessed by this inner function. Okay. So inner function, if you are going to access the variable, now it will check. Inner function का call इधर 9th line पे हुआ था ना, इसमें जाएगा 9th line पे def inner code of. क्या निकला है? Print of x. So now see here whether it will check for two conditions. One, is x available in the inner code? Yes or no? No. Then it will go and check for the x value in the outer code. Outer code में x check करेगा global variable. Okay. तो इसमें check करता क्या होगा? Outer function available है. Now what happens? This x is now getting assigned with the x outer function, and so it is going to get printed there. Doubts, hoy? Like any doubts?
No, sir. No, sir.
Yeah, super. And now let's just define the x over here. X equals to global x. Okay. So if I remove this particular line, is x going to get printed?
Yes,
sir.
sir. Global
क्या
x.
print होने वाला है?
Global x.
Global X.
Oh shit! Don't switch off in between, please, God. देखो क्या हो गया? प्रिंट हो गया ग्लोबल एक्स वाला. अगर मैं इसके इस डेफिनेशन के बाहर भी आउटर कोड के बाद प्रिंट टेक्स्ट करूं, print of x, this will work fine. And if I run this code, even it is going to get
Global x.
Global X, sir.
global x, right? Why? Because there is no input, there is no x variable present or declared in inner parts of each and every function. Okay. So now let's just see. अगर मैं x को इधर डिफाइन कर दिया इनर फंक्शन, अभी क्या हो जाएगा? इनर कोड के एग्जीक्यूशन में ही इनर फंक्शन प्रिंट होगा, and for the outer code it is going to print global x. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. So that is called enclosing type, where the variables one which is having this particular uses are defined in the previous method, it will be accessed in the current method. And now we can also specify as global keyword है ना, उसी तरह हमको ये भी specify कर सकते हैं that, let me just comment this. Okay, now what is the output going to be? इस कोड का आउटपुट क्या होने वाला है?
outer function, inner function, global X.
Okay, let me run this. Inner, because inner code is being called first, and then outer function will be printed here because of print text, and then global function will be printed. Got it? It will check for the 3 different scopes. First, local का scope check करेगा. Local में मिल गया तो ठीक है. If it is not local, then it is go for enclosing scope. Enclosing scope का मतलब क्या है? इसके previous function में कुछ है कि नहीं कि देखेगा. हाँ है, मिल गया इसको enclosing पे. Then will print the value from enclosing scope. If it is not available in the enclosing, it will go for global scope. Even if it is not available in the global scope, then it will discard it and say that we don't have values. Right? It is not defined, it will be displayed over there. Clear है? कुछ doubts है?
सर मतलब हम इसमें 3 ही लेयर कर सकते हैं, एक है ग्लोबल, आउटर और इनर, तो इसके अलावा एक और लेयर इनर में, इनर के अंदर एक और लेयर डाल सकते हैं इनर बोल के?
It can be a long chain based on your requirement. You will be going to do that. You don't require to do now, right?
हाँ.
हमारे छात के बाद I don't know what to say actually. What based on your interest you will do that. Guys, mute yourself. हाँ बोलो.
सर एक बार क्लोजिंग वाला समझा दीजिए ना.
Closing वाला, enclosing वाला.
Enclosing. हाँ हाँ.
Okay, देखो. तो global का समझ में आ गया ना?
Yes, sir.
हाँ. So देख.
Yes,
So
sir.
in this, what is that? Okay, leave. So in this case, inner code, if at all you're going to access a variable, okay, access a variable in the inner code, if it is available in it, that means इसका local में कुछ x value है, then it is going to get printed that particular x value. Okay, but this is an inner function of outer code. Yes or no? Outer code के अंदर एक function है, वो inner code है. Yes or no?
Yes sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Now what happens is this enclosing. What it will check is, okay fine, मेरे पास तो x नहीं है. Check करेंगे हमारे senior के पास है कि नहीं. And senior is nothing but outer code. If there is a variable present in that outer code, then it is going to assign that particular variable to the print function. Okay, समझो ये भी नहीं है, फिर क्या करेगा? पूरा फंक्शन में पूरा प्रोग्राम में कुछ वेरिएबल x के नाम पे है कि नहीं देखेगा. हाँ, yes it is available, so it is going to print global variable. समझ में आया?
Yes sir. Got it.
हाँ, and built-in methods are like default variables. Okay, that means let's say, okay, let me just copy this. Comment this and this as well. And okay, forgot to say, I can also say that this x can be said non-local, as we have another keyword called non-local keyword x. Okay, इससे क्या हो जाएगा? This particular x will be accessed throughout. What is that? Yeah, कौन बात कर रहा है? Okay, so non-local variable x will be defined, which is kind of similar to x. Okay, so now what happens? If at all, if I want to change this variable to inner function, अभी क्या हो रहा है? Global के नादी, same to global, the value of x is now going to change to inner function. If I run this code, what is the value you are going to get? क्या value आने वाला है?
Outer function.
Inner function and inner function. क्यों? Same as global variable, for enclosing will be using non-local. ठीक है? So this non-local will be helping you to get whatever it is required. We can edit, change that particular variable in this particular function. Am I making any sense? Hello?
Will you go through once, sir?
I don't get you.
Will you go through once again, sir?
Okay. So global keyword का value समझ में आया? Global keyword का uses. What is
Yes,
use
sir.
of global keyword?
Yes,
In the
sir.
same way, we have another keyword called non-local, which is exclusively used for enclosing. Guys, let me do one thing. There is 25 minutes of battery life present in my laptop. मेरा ऑफिस नजदीक ही है, 10 मिनट का जर्नी है. I'll get to my office and I'll start the class. Will that work for you?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Sure, sir,
Okay,
sure.
sir.
Don't exit the class.
Okay.
Don't exit the class. Stay in the Zoom meeting. एक बार मैं उधर जाके फिर से क्लास को शुरू करूंगा. And it will be going to take till 11:30. ठीक है?
Okay, sir.
Okay,
Be
sir.
prepared for that because I have wasted nearly. It is going to get waste 10 minutes of time, so that's the reason. Okay? I'm exiting the class. Don't exit you. Don't you people exit the class. Okay? Bye.
Yeah.
Hello. Hello. Someone can do it, right?
गाइस, आप लोगों ने किसी ने ग्रुप खोला है क्या यहाँ पे इस क्लास के लिए?
Yes, we have. That's not okay, right?
Can you add me to the group?
Sure. And is there anyone from Andhra?
Hello.
Guys, is there anyone from Andhra?
जगपत चौधरी.
Hello, Jagapati Babu. Where are you, man? Jagapati Chaudhary. Yes, where is he?
Bro, are you Telugu? Jagput Chaudhary. Hello, any person is Telugu people? Andhra Pradesh.
Hi, Andhra Pradesh.
Yes, man. Can you Mujib, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. And is there anyone still?
Yeah, there is a guy called Mang Singh, I think.
Bro, Chaudhary and maybe so many members.
Guys, one by one, and let us know, so it may help something in clearing something. So, Mujib and Hari
Chaudhary.
Krishna.
Chaudhary.
Jagapati Chaudhary, right?
Sorry, what?
Jagapati Ji, where are you from?
I'm from Odisha.
Odisha. Good.
But I know Telugu. I have my mother tongue is Telugu.
Your mother tongue is Telugu?
Yes.
Okay. అంటే తెలుగు అర్థమవుతుందా?
పూర్తిగా బ్రో, పూర్తిగా.
Okay, that's good.
Bro, Mujib bro.
How many Telugu people are there?
Me.
Yes, 5 members is there.
Oh, Mujib.
Yes.
Guys, Amir has shared something.
Everyone check your chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Discord group link. Whoever hasn't joined yet, they can join.
Amir, is this your personal group?
No, it's a group that we are in already. Not my personal.
Okay, that's
Attend your group.
Guys, is there also any WhatsApp group?
Yeah, there is. You can
भाई
share
तो
your
ऐड
number
कर
on
यार
Discord
मुझे
group. Okay, first join Discord group, then we will add you. Share your phone number.
Asif, send me your number on Discord. I'll add you.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I'm just checking out this link.
Bro, Jagapati Chaudhary, are you there in Discord? And Mujib?
Yes. Yes, I'm there. Yes,
Yes, I'm there.
And what's your IDs?
Ansari.
It's SJ Chaudhary.
Okay. And Mujib, yours, man.
Ansari.
I have messaged you there.
Yes, man. Hello. Bro, tell me, bro.
I have messaged you.
You have messaged me. Okay. Just now I got it.
Hello, Jagapati.
Yes, Dinesh Patnaik. Yes.
Hello. Hello, Jagapati.
Yes. Yes.
From where are you from, Odisha?
Malkangiri.
Oh, I'm from Koraput, Jaipur.
Hey, Jaipur. I study there in VD college.
Oh. Okay.
Hey, what's your ID in like Discord? What's your name?
Bookmaker will be there.
Hello. Hello, can anyone have idea about Windows 11?
Yeah, I have.
Which is better, Windows 10 or 11?
Bro,
Can you
Windows 10.
suggest me?
Windows 10 is best.
10.
It depends on how you like your system. Okay.
Windows 7 is very different. You can't understand.
Means
Don't
it is
upgrade to
better to
Windows
keep.
11.
Okay, thank you.
Guys, I got a new laptop yesterday, so I have made two partition here. So if I install Ubuntu in one of the partition, will it harm the Windows?
No, those are different, right?
How are you installing? You using VMware?
No, USB pen drive.
Okay.
From bootable pen drive.
Okay.
So I'm currently creating the ISO file and making the pen drive bootable. So I was not sure. I had asked some of my developer friends. They said it will be fine.
The memory is from your laptop?
Memory is 256 GB out of
No.
which, sorry?
RAM
on the laptop is 8 GB.
Okay. Once your laptop is upgradable, means RAM can you upgrade?
Yeah, it's upgradable.
Yes, then you can use extra 4 GB. Then you can install Ubuntu. Because if you using both Ubuntu and Windows, it will be stuck between.
No, I will only use one. But since I don't want to lose my Windows license and all, so
okay, then it will be work.
I will only use one at a time. I will not use Windows.
It will work.
Yeah, because I will, when it will start booting now, I will have two options, Windows and Ubuntu, right? Dual boot.
No.
So that time I will only use Ubuntu only because I don't have any work of Windows. So it will be fine, right?
No, it will be fine. If you use both at a time, then you need to upgrade your RAM.
Yeah, no, only one I'm using just for this course and maybe for lifetime. I don't know. Cool, guys. Thanks.
Hello, Jagapati.
Yes.
Malkanagiri Kuti.
Malkangiri, Matli.
Oh, Mathili. Oh, ente vitaru. Mathili. Well, Malkanagiri town level.
Finally, I made it, guys.
Discord में reply दे दिया.
Discord reply दीजिए क्या होता कुछ?
क्या हो?
Wait.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Oh, finally, I made it. कितना time waste हुआ? 10 minute है. How much time? 10 minutes, right? I guess so. Okay, let me share the screen. What's this? Okay, इसमें गया. Okay. Let's start this thing. Where am I? अरे someone help करो, मैं कहाँ हूँ? कितना दूर तक गया था? कोर्स का डिस्कशन हो गया हमारे पास?
नहीं सर आप नॉन लोकल एक्सप्लेन कर रहे थे सर.
Okay, fine. So see this. We have def कुछ function name fen underscore one off, and we have some set of codes, and in this we are having another function which is called inner function, which is allowed in Python. Function to off. Okay, and इसमें ना एक वेरिएबल को लिखा था x equals to somewhere name. Okay, and इसमें x equals to और कुछ नेम लिखा था some Teja access. So now what the user thinks of is, if you want to make the change to this variable, make the change to this x variable using function to this variable, this can be done by calling a keyword called non-local. What is this? Non-local of x call कर दिया तो क्या हो जाएगा? This particular x will become non-local, and this can be accessed in and can be changed throughout the function block. The function block थोड़ी है ना, वो सबके सब में we can edit and change this x value. So now what happens? X equals to name का name will be changed to x equal to Teja. If I print or if I call function one off, and if I say print of x, क्या हो जाएगा? अभी function का output is going to be Teja. Why? X now changed from name to Teja, and so the output is going to be Teja. Is that clear? Non-local value. It is similar to global, but global keyword is used to, let's say these are all the lines of code which we have, and global keyword क्या करता है? वो variable किधर भी define करो. Whenever you define that particular variable, it will be declared, it will be accessed throughout the code point. Clear है ना? Global non-local variable का difference. Guys, any doubts?
Hello.
Can you please repeat that?
Hello.
Yes.
सर एक बार बताएं, दोबारा बताएं. मैं लेट से ज्वाइन किया था. आप जब जस्ट जाने से पहले ज्वाइन किया था.
Fine. So see here, इनसे बेहतर मैं कोड टाइप करके अच्छा लगता है. So you know the functionality of global, right? Global keyword का functionality मालूम है ना?
Oh no sir.
So let's say control question. This is a variable which is declared in the global part. That means out of the function. Are you there? Yes or
Yes,
no?
sir. Yes, sir.
You have to speak yes until I complete your doubt.
Okay.
Clear. So x is a global variable which we declared outside of the function. Now, if I want to edit this variable and if I want to make some changes to it, I have to use a keyword called global, which means that now we are going to access this particular global x. If I say it will automatically says that the variable which you are going to access is this particular variable. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So if we print this function, if we call this function, it is going to give. Wait, let me just control question mark this. Okay, this is going to give x. If I print, let me. If without global variable, if I print this function, it is going to give inner function and outer function, and also global x. देखा inner function call हुआ inner code के वजह से, because I have already print x here, and this print statement call हुआ outer code functions. Clear है?
Yes, sir.
Okay, outer code see this print function is getting accessed, and inner code see this print function is getting accessed, and this print is going to print the global variable x. That is the reason inner function, outer function, global x has been printed. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Now I want to change the function variable global x with some other name. क्या करने वाला हूँ? Control question mark global x. अब क्या हो जाएगा? Whatever the changes, whatever the variables I change in this particular function call, it is going to be affecting the global variable x. Okay. If I run this, अभी क्या आया था? Instead of global x, क्या print हो गया? Outer function. Okay. Now in the same way, if I want to access this inner variable, okay, inner function है ना? Inner function C, I want to change the variable of the outer function. Then we'll use non-local. Okay. Non-local of x कर दिया तो क्या हो जाएगा? This non-local is variable. This non-local keyword is only valid for enclosing part. Enclosing type of scope के लिए valuable है. Sorry, valid है. If I run this, देखो क्या हो गया? Inner function हो गया. But global is still same. Okay, this non-local keyword is just valid or accessible throughout that particular function call. Am I making any sense here? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Even if I say control question mark, even if I say global remove करके non-local कर दूं, फिर भी ये काम नहीं करता, because it is out of the scope. देखा error आ रहा है ना?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, so it is not in the scope. No, but see the error here. What is the error? No binding for non-local x found. इसके लिए कुछ value bound नहीं है. That is the reason. If I say I describe here as x equal to 1, even then it is non-local is for what? Only for enclosing part. That means it must be having a function as such type. Only then we can change the variable of x in that particular chain. Clear hai?
Okay, sir. Clear.
This is pretty much from the scopes part 5. Any doubts in the scopes?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Let it be. Any doubts, guys? Any other doubts? Come on, put it out. Later I'll be going with the list part.
हाँ, I have a doubt sir. Inner code के अंदर वेरिएबल असाइन की, ठीक है, उसको आउटर फंक्शन में कॉल कर सकते हैं.
X equal to some. Okay, so you want to access this variable from the outer function?
Yes sir.
You only say, can we do that?
नहीं कर सकते शायद.
शायद क्यों नहीं कर सकते? क्यों? The function, the scope of this variable is only in inner code. And इसका scope इधर नहीं है. अगर मैं इसको let me just make it. Okay, non-local भी नहीं कर सकते, global कर सकते हैं. Global बना दिया और इसके बाद print y बना दिया. अब चलेगा काम.
Yes sir.
Even here it will be working fine.
हाँ, global.
देख हो गया ना?
Yes sir.
Yeah. So any other doubts, guys? Hello.
Yes, sir.
पूछिए. Doubt. What's your doubt?
Clear, sir. Clear.
Clear. Okay, fine. So let's just go with the next topic, which is nothing but list. Can anyone specify what is list?
List are containers to store a set of values of any data types.
List
It
of
can store any.
container.
Yeah. It can store a set of values of any data types.
Okay, nice. So you have gone to the link then.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just write it. Thank you. So see, before getting into list part, we have to know sequence. Okay, what is sequence and how the sequence is getting used, right? Now let's see this part. तो आपको क्या दिख रहा है? What is the screen visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Whiteboard.
One second. Yeah, now the whiteboard will be visible to you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What happening to my pen? Okay, so let me write what I'm going to write. So what is sequence? Can anyone specify the English meaning of sequence?
In order.
In order to
Arranging anything in order is a sequence.
nice. And also any other definitions?
Like from numbers from 1 to 10, or from height from small to big, or from size.
Okay, so let me just give you two different definitions. Sequences are nothing but containers with items that are accessible by indexing. What is that? Let me give you, okay. If you want to write this number sequence, आपको competitive exam से सुना होगा number sequence के बारे में, right? So what is number sequence? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so on, right? So it is nothing but values added in a collection. This is nothing but a collection of numbers in which each number can be stored with respect to an index. That means one is at 0th index, first index, second, third, fourth, fifth, as such. So index before, so there are two different words we have learned here. One is index, another is collection. Collection is nothing but elements together is called collection. Elements grouped together is called collection. Whereas indexing is nothing but what? What is indexing? Indexing is to specify the position of value. Position of a value in a sequence. Okay. So to put simple, we can say that sequences are containers with items that are accessible by indexing. Okay. Containers of items that are accessible by indexing and slicing. Don't worry, what does it mean by slicing? We'll get to know in a minute. Okay, so if I get, so there are some built-in functions which are specifically provided for list or sequence or any such kind. Okay, so let's see, there are five important points to be remembered in sequences. First point, concatenation. Second point, indexing or repetition. First, a repetition. Third, indexing, or we can say other thing is membership testing. Fourth, slicing. Fifth, indexing. So what is the English meaning of concatenation?
Combining, sir.
Yeah, exactly. Let's say there is a sequence. One sequence is having student names, or some say one sequence is having wild animal names. Wild animal names. And the second sequence is having domestic animal names. Okay, so we can combine these two different sequences. Now it can become a common sequence called animal sequence, which is nothing but addition of all these animals. This will contain both wild animals and domestic animals. So what is the meaning of this? We can add different lists together to form a single sequence. Different sequences together to form a single sequence. Whereas if you are going to see the repetition part, repetition is nothing but if there are if the same number of values available again and again, then that particular value can be repeated. Okay, sequence allows values repetitively. What is that? We can add repetition elements. That means, see, let me give you an example. So, if I consider names as a list, names, student names ka list bana raha, student names ka list. In this, there can be many Suryas, Jay, again Surya, another Surya is there, so and so, right? So if you want to consider all the students with names, I'll go with this way, which also accepts duplicates in it. So repetition is nothing but having duplicates in itself, or we can also say we can repeat the same particular operations again and again. And membership testing, this is a major part, guys. Membership testing is nothing but okay, let me give you a particular list: A, B, C, D, E, A, C. Okay, this is my list, or we can say sequence. Okay, so a sample sequence. So in this, what happens if I want to find out C, whether C is present in this particular sequence or not? How I'll do? I'll take this C value, I'll compare it with each and every variable, and if there is a match found, I'll say that it is available. Remember, it is a member of that particular sequence. Am I making any sense here? This is called membership testing, which will be helpful for us in solving many problems. And now slicing. The name itself says, right? It is useful for us to slice the sequence. So how can we slice the sequence? Sequence को कैसे slice कर सकते हैं? Any idea? I can break the sequence into two different parts. I can divide the sequence into each ending part or start part. I can do it by simply saying a small command called not even a command. It is totally differ based on the type of elements which you are going to use. list functions. तो देखो मैंने चाहा था कि like I want to get all the elements printed from the last to the first. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, अब तक हमें range का function use किया ना, range of, if I say 0 to 4, how is it going to work? 0 to 4 कैसे work करता है range function? Can anyone specify? Guys, हाँ बोलो.
0 to 3.
बोलिए. Hello.
It will count from 1 2 3 4.
It will start from 0, 1 2 3 and stops. In the same way, slicing also is the same. Slicing is of two different types. We'll get to know how it is going to work. So one is slicing, which is having a 0, which we can give as index starting index position, and then to tell which index we require from that sequence, you have to provide that particular index. Let's say its index positions 0 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, remember this, guys. Every index will start from 0. Every sequence indexing will start from 0 in Python. Okay, if not, what is that? Okay, see, if I want to get till third index, what I have to do? I have to give 4 in this case, and now this operation will provide us with A, B, C, D. This is the slicing part. Now, what slicing is doing here? It is dividing the array into different parts based on the input or input which you are giving here with respect to the values. Is that clear? Is this clear, slicing part?
Yes, sir.
And one more thing, indexing helps us to get the values from that particular position. Let's say I want to get, this is let me give you the name. Let's say this is a small a sequence. So if I say a of 3 equal to, what is it going to get? It will check, it will get into the list sequence which you provided here in the third index position, which is D, and it will return the value D. Okay, this is nothing but indexing. इंडेक्स यूज करके हम ये भी कर सकते हैं. ठीक है, एनी डाउट सो फार? इफ देयर इज नो डाउट, आई विल गेट इनटू लिस्ट पार्ट. लिस्ट को जा सकता हूं मैं, गाइस?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Raise your hands if anyone have doubts. किसी को कुछ भी डाउट है, raise your hand. Anyone, any doubts? Raise your hands. No doubts? Okay. Okay, come on, Rahul. पूछे. What's your doubt?
आप एक बार फिर से मुझे बता सकते हैं स्लाइसिंग का? थोड़ा सा मेरे को कंफ्यूजन है. शुरुआत से एक बार प्लीज बता दीजिए.
Okay, we'll do one thing. अभी मैं लिस्ट का एग्जांपल एक लिस्ट को like I'll just give you an intro about list and we'll take the example of slicing in the actual list.
Okay.
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 Let's see. So what is meant by list? Guys, any idea of list का मतलब क्या है?
My name is C. Paula and welcome to my channel once again. I had come at this time because
MD Asif.
messages आ रहे थे, मैम आ गया.
Asif. What the hell is going on, Asif?
Yes, sir.
क्या कर रहे हो भाई?
Hello.
क्या कर रहे हो क्लास पे?
Hello.
No problem, just stay quiet. So see here. First, let's discuss what is list. List is nothing but a collection of elements in Python, which is used to collect use it to store and multiply items in a single variable. That means I can say x equals to, and I can give multiple items in this by simply specifying it as a list. Okay, so now see here. There are 4 different types of lists which you are going to deal one after the other. Today we are going to read this list, right? There are the other types are going to be set, tuple, and dictionary. We'll be seeing these one after the other daily. ठीक है, आज हमारा कंडीशन है लिस्ट का. So लिस्ट का डिक्लेरेशन पार्ट, कैसे हम लिस्ट को डिक्लेयर कर सकते हैं? So this can be declared by simply giving a variable with square braces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is a list declaration in which I'm storing integer values. And list can also hold strings A, B, C. Also list can also hold Boolean values. False, true, false. Okay, and also not only that, it can also have duplicates in it. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay, and other than this, it can also have mixture of different types. What does it mean? It can have a string, Boolean, integer, float, as such. So a list can have a collection of variables where the collection can be either of single type or multiple types, and also it can hold duplicates as well. Okay, none of this declaration is wrong. Every declaration is correct. It can hold a single data type as this, it can hold a multiple data types as this, and it can also hold duplicates as well. Any doubts?
सर ये डुप्लीकेट क्या?
डुप्लीकेट का मतलब समझो, एक्सक्यूज माय लिस्ट सूर्य, अरे क्लास पे डुप्लीकेट का मतलब क्या है बोलो? व्हाट इज मीनिंग ऑफ डुप्लीकेट?
दो.
हाँ, सेम
Copy, sir.
duplicates or same name existing again, right? In the class there can be many students, right, the same name. Let's say राम के नाम से बहुत सी लोग हो सकता है in a single class. Even the class is allowing the class, right? So in the similar way, one is already present in the list, but still we are having multiple same values. So this is called duplication. Am I making any sense here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. In the same way, let's say name is available. We can also have a name exclusively in that list. एक list में पूरा duplicates भी हो सकता है. ठीक है? So let me give you a simple definition here. So not definition, the point to be remembered. In list, items are ordered, changeable, and allow duplicates. We'll see one by one. So when we say the lists are ordered, it means that the items have a defined order, and that order will not change. If we add new items to the list, the new items will be placed at the end of the list. Let me, it will be better my VS Code to explain first. Okay, Control A, question mark. Okay. So see, in this case, I have defined a list called list1, which is nothing but first declaration is how. If you're going to declare a list, it is going to be done with respect to square braces. If I say I'm having values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it is list1. And if I say list2 equals to 1, let me just say yes. U R. Okay, this one list 2 is this. If I want to get a concatenation, list 3, list 1 plus list 2. Okay, what just happened here? Both the strings have been, both the lists have been concatenated, and so a new list has been updated. Okay, if I print this, we can print the list as it is by simply calling print of list 3. Okay, if I run this code, what is the output we are going to expect?
This one and list 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 SUR. SUR.
1, 2,
Content of both the lists will get combined.
Exactly. See, I have specified that the list is ordered, right? List is ordered. What happens here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 के बाद ही जो कुछ भी values हो, भाई, who is that? Chetan, mute करो. Chetan, mute. Okay, let's print and see this. So क्या हो गया था? पहले list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 आ गया था. And जो कुछ भी value add होने वाला है इस list को, it is going to be appended. That means it is going to get added at the end of the elements of the list. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 has been assigned, and then the list, the second list is going to get started from here. If I say list 3 equals to list 2 plus list 1, sorry, अभी क्या होने वाला है?
Order change हो जाएगा.
Order change हो जाएगा. फर्स्ट ए लिस्ट से शुरू हो जाएगा, आर के बाद सेकेंड लिस्ट पर प्रिंटिंग हो जाएगा. ठीक है, इफ आई गिव सेम लिस्ट, लिस्ट 2 प्लस लिस्ट 2, क्या हो जाएगा?
डबल प्रिंट होगा.
दो बार अपेंड होगा.
डबल.
Why? Because list has a list can access or list can provide duplicates as well. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Huh. So next step. If this is clear, now changeable. How is it changeable? If I want to say I want to change this particular value u to y. Okay, u को y करना चाहता हूँ. First कैसे access करना देखेंगे. So this is one type of declaration of list, right? We have another type of declaration, which is list 4 equals to list of 1, 2, 4, 65, 10. So this is also a kind of declaration where we'll say list of function use करके declare कर सकते हो. समझ में आ रहा है? List of function use करके we can declare the values. Any doubts in this?
No, sir.
अगर हम देखेंगे अभी क्या होने वाला है इसमें. If I say enter, is it going to work? Let's run this. Oh shit, I have to print it, right? So list 4. देखा, एक लिस्ट क्रिएट हो गया था with the values 1, 2, 4, 65 and 10. Okay, so this is also another way of creating the list. Let me just check one point to be checked here. Yeah. So what just happened here? क्यों error आया था हमको? Guys.
Sir, actually we are using two lists. List 4 is we have to use one parenthesis, and in that we are using list, sir. So we have to give another one.
Basically, what I am trying to do is list 5 is another example. Let's say I am saying list of. In that I have to provide the values in a parenthesis. Okay, देखो क्या देख रहा है इधर? iterable list. So we are supposed to give here a list 23, 34, 45, 56, 67. Okay, if I run this code for list 5, it is going to get generated, but it will throw an error with respect to this. If I run this, 6, 23, 34, 45, 56, and 67. So समझ में आया list initialization? How can it be done? Yes or no?
सर इसमें एरर कहाँ पे आया सर?
How?
Where is the error in this line? List 5.
Error is in this line.
List 4.
Yeah, list 4 पे error. क्यों error है बोलो?
Okay.
It is going to
सर
be.
वो डबल ब्रेसेस नहीं है इसलिए.
Exactly. Double braces देना है. क्यों? List of में हमको एक list भेजना है, and that list must be enclosed in braces. Sorry, control Z. Okay, that is the reason it is going to get failed. समझ में आया?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Now let's get back to accessing of list elements. And before going into that, if I type, if I want to see what is the type of, in the first class of Python, we used the type of function. Do you remember?
Yes, sir.
List type of function is going to give what is the type of that particular variable. Let's say if I say type of 1. Okay, if I press enter, close it in a brace. Okay, if I press print type of 1, it is going to say int, right? In the same way, if I want to find out what is the type of list 5 or any other list, it is going to give type list. Okay, list is already predefined in the Python as a collection of variables. Clear?
Sir, what is it? It is the combination of list, I mean, integers also. I mean, list 2.
Even that is also a list. Anything is a list, right? No, I didn't get your question actually. What is your question?
Actually, for list 5, it showed int, right? Class
No,
int.
no. किधर आया था class int? List ही आया था. देख. Okay, you are getting confused between tabs. Okay, run करके देखेंगे. अब क्या आया? List ही आया ना?
Before this,
even for list
class of
5, if you run this, क्या आया?
it shows.
Okay, but before I wanted it is, instead of giving the list, I just printed 5 and typed it. Class int आया. ठीक है? Don't get confused. Okay, ठीक है. Now let's just see the most frequently used methods. Okay, so hashtag first is len of, and you have to specify the list in that. Okay, how to specify the list name, and only then it is going to deliver us with the value of that particular list. Number of elements present in that list. Let me just give you an example here. Print len of list 1. List 1 का length क्या है? What is the length of list 1?
5.
5. If I run this, देखो क्या आ गया था? 5. So whatever the length of list you are going to find, you have to use len of function to find the length. Okay, is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now next step. So lists have some inbuilt functions in it, which helps us make it easier to solve. अगर list में add करना है, कैसे add कर सकते हो guys? If I want to add 6 into this list, कैसे add कर सकता हूँ? Any idea?
Sir, dot append.
Exactly, that is another method which helps us to add elements. Let me show you. Okay, अगर मैं इस list में list 1 में, in this list 1, if I want to add another element, what I'll just say is list 1 dot append of value को भेजना है 6. तो अभी ये 6 किधर आएगा? Where is this 6 going to get printed?
Last में.
Exactly, that is because the list is ordered. एक के बाद एक आएगा. अब तक तो 5 positions filled है, and so it is going to give add the element at the end of the list, which is at last position. देखो अभी क्या हो गया था 1 2 3 4 5 6 and the size of the list one is going to be 6. देखा, these are all inbuilt functions provided by list library. And the most extensively used function from R and is index of. List one dot index of. Okay, index of is a method which returns an integer value which is nothing but at which place that number has been saved. If I want to find the index of one, what is the index of one in this case?
0.
Exactly. Let me just comment this length first. Index of one is going to be 0. Run करिए. Print नहीं किया? Okay, sorry, I haven't printed it. Print list one dot index of one. देखा क्या आया था 0. Okay, so index of function is used to get location of that particular number where it has been stored. If I say 5, what I'll get?
4.
Because it is started from 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. 5 is stored at 4. But what if I want to get an element which is not available in that? 7 का इंडेक्स पता चलना चाहता हूँ, क्या होता है?
Error.
क्यों एरर आता है? What is error going to be?
क्योंकि सर ये है ही नहीं लिस्ट में.
Exactly, list is not available, the element is not available. So what if it says 7 is not in list? Or if you are trying to access an element which is not available, so it is going to give that. Okay, अब तक हमें क्या देखा था? उसका इंडेक्स वाले इसको टेस्ट किया था, right? If I want to say, if I want to print, let me just comment this. If I want to print number that is at 4th index, लिस्ट में 4th इंडेक्स में जो कुछ भी वैल्यू है उसको प्रिंट करना चाहता हूँ, कैसे प्रिंट करूँ? In this case, we'll get use of slice. So we'll just say list one square braces देना है और उसका इंडेक्स वैल्यू जो कुछ भी मैसेज करना है उसको क्या भेजना है. So I want to print the value at 3rd index. Okay, now let's see. क्या आया था वैल्यू? 4. 0 1 2 3. 3rd index पे 4 है and so we got the 4 value from this. So we can access the elements from the list by specifying the index positions. A clear point? Is this point clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yes, sir. So if I want to get
Yes, sir.
6th position value, क्या हो जाएगा? Is 6th position available in our list?
No.
No. If I run this code, क्या हो जाएगा? Index out of bounds बोलेगा. देखा, list index out of range. That means it is trying to access a value which is not provided in the list. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yep. So now let's see.
सर डाउट.
हाँ पूछिए ना.
सर इंडेक्स ऑफ में अगर डुप्लीकेट वैल्यू डालेंगे, मतलब डुप्लीकेट रहेगा लिस्ट में वैल्यू, तो इंडेक्स ऑफ में डालेंगे तो फिर वो कौन सी वैल्यू कैच करेगा?
Just you guess what is the value it is going to give. You want to find 5. So basically Python will give the first occurrence.
Okay.
So what is the first occurrence of 5? Is at 4th index. So अगर हमें हमारा प्रिंट में क्या आया था?
4.
Got it?
Yes.
Cool. So now let's see. Where are we? Index हो गया, accessing elements हो गया, append हो गया. Okay. अगर समझो मुझे एक एलिमेंट को B3 और 4 के बीच में इंसर्ट करना है. How can I insert? How can I add an element in between 3 and 4 in the
So
list?
dot insert.
Exactly. There is a method called insert. Simply you have to call list1 dot insert of, and where we are supposed to insert at the specified index. So let's say 3. Okay. So इधर देखो क्या क्या देख रहा है. Support index देना है और कमा object देना है. So what is the object I'm going to insert at 3? It is going to be 10. तो अभी क्या हो जाएगा? 0 1 2 3 थर्ड इंडेक्स के बाद 10 वैल्यू अपेंड हो जाएगी। देखो 0 1 2 3 थर्ड इंडेक्स में 10 वैल्यू आए ना। Is that clear? If you want to access this element at any particular if you want to insert an element at any particular location, you will be going to use insert function. Clear?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Cool. So let's just see some other options here. We have many methods like clear off, okay, and clone off, copy off. We'll see one after the other. And one of the best thing, count off. And we can also say min off, which are universal functions. Max
Sort
off.
of. Sort of.
1 second. Sort of. अभी क्या है? मैं कुछ भूल गया. We can say remove off. Remove करने के लिए. अरे एक-एक को देखेंगे. Don't worry about this. So better, I think these are pretty much.
So reverse.
Oh, reverse. रिवर्स करने के लिए हमारे पास मेथड भी है और एक तरीका भी है।
-1 वाला।
एग्जैक्टली। अरे यार तूने पढ़ दिया तो पॉइंट्स आई नो नॉटी बॉय। ओके सो एक लिस्ट को हमें क्लियर करना चाहते हैं। आई वांट टू रिमूव ऑल द एलिमेंट्स इन द लिस्ट। व्हाट आई विल जस्ट डू, आई विल से list 2 dot clear off. Okay, if I print list 2, what happens? It doesn't have any elements in it, and so it is going to get an element, an error here. Sorry, not an error, it will be printing an empty set. Empty set, just for our understanding. Okay, and copy off is another beautiful method which helps us copy, or it helps us return a copy of the list. Let's say list 12 equals to list 1 dot copy off. Okay, if I say list 12, I have to print it. Print of list 12. Okay, so what just happens in this case? List 12 will be copied. List 12 is nothing but a subset list formed by copying from the list 1, and so it will be printed as it is with respect to list. So let's just make it as a copy of list 1 for our understanding. Now count off. Print list 1 dot count off. Okay, so count off is a beautiful method which gives us the count of a particular variable. समझो मेरा list 1 पे दो files है ना? Let me make it another 5. Okay, so how many files are there in the list 1?
3.
3. So count is going to return the number of elements or variables which we are expecting. So if I say count of 5, it will just go into the list 1 and see how many files are available, and so it will return the count of that particular value. Got it?
Yes, sir.
This is count. Okay, now min off. Min off can be utilized with 2 numbers. There is okay, today your assignment is find out maximum uses of min and max. कैसे use कर सकते हैं different types of uses. Okay, that is one kind of question you are going to solve. So see here, if I send list 1 in this, and if I say min of list 1, क्या आने वाला है? क्या प्रिंट करने वाला है?
Minimum value of this one.
Exactly. Minimum value. Similarly, it goes for max as control question mark. Sort. हमारे पास जब list 5 is a unsorted list, right? The numbers are in, so it is a sorted list. Okay, let me just make it 1. 231. 678. So this is an unsorted list, right? The values are at random. Sorted का मतलब यह है कि if it follows a singular, see, in this it is following a ascending order sorted list. That means the value before is smaller than the current value. Ascending order पे रहता है, this is ordered list, right? Sorted है. तो ये तो sorted नहीं है. एक value jumble है, एक value one is small value and the other is a big value as such. So this is an unsorted list. Let me just question mark this as well. And if I say I want to sort that particular list, what I'll just do, I'll just simply say list 5 dot sort of. There is another way of sorting which is called sorted of list. Are you getting this? There is another way called as sorted of, which will also literally sort the values, but there is small difference between sort and sorted methods. You will be getting know in a minute or two. Okay, let's see this remove and reverse in few minutes. First, let's execute this part. अगर हम इसको execute करें तो क्या हो गया? अब कुछ error आया? List 2 plus empty set. Can only concatenate list, not string. Oh shit! It is considering it as a concatenation. Okay. So देखो इधर क्या हो रहा है, पहले list 2 को so we're just printing the values also, under question mark and list 5. Let's clear print list 2. Okay, why is it printing an empty set for list 2 while we are printing it? Because clear function is removing all the variables in the list 2, and so it is going to be an empty set. Clear है?
Yes sir.
हाँ, इसमें देखेंगे अभी कुछ list 12. Okay, copy. This is not happening. String message नहीं आ रहा है. Again, what happened here? 939. Okay. To print in such these kind of situations, there is another process called format of, where we can format whatever the output you are going to get. Okay. So now see here. Let's see if I run this again. अरे फिर से error किधर आया भाई? अरे यार. What the hell is going on? Okay. देखो. List.clear of क्या कर दिया? It has cleared all the variables present in the all the values present in the list 2. So first clear function execution, and then copy of क्या कर दिया? It is list 12 we are creating, and list 1 is just preparing a copy of list 1. List 1 पे क्या क्या है? 1 2 3 4 555 and 6 is being appended at the 21st line. So these are the lines present in the list 1. Now if I print list 2, this is what the output going to be. So list dot count of 5. How many count of how many 5s are available in the list? 3 5s, 1 2 3, and so it has been returned by the count. Now min of value. What is the minimum value in the list?
1.
1, and so it has printed the 1. So now abhi kya hai? Okay, why is it printed none? Can anyone specify? List dot sort of is not going to give you. I said you right, there are two ways of sorting a list. One is list dot sort of, and the other is sorted of list. The syntax is going to be like this. List 5 dot sort of. Okay, अगर मैं इसका delete कर दिया, तो अब मैं print कर दिया तो क्या हो जाएगा? We'll get a list 5 here. See, have we got the list 5? Yes or no?
Yes sir.
Initially
Yes sir.
sorted.
Yes.
Which
Sorted.
is initially which is jumbled, but now it is sorted. Why? List dot sort of doesn't give any return value. You know, function में return कर रहा है ना? We are returning some values in the function, which will be utilized by some other functions. In this, sort of is not providing any return value, and so we have got null in the previous print. Whereas sorted of list, जो कुछ भी हम बात कर रहे हैं ना, it is going to give sorted of list. Fine. Now it is going to print the value as we expected. देखा? So sorted of list is going to return a value which is nothing but a list, whereas list or sort of doesn't return a value. Instead, it will sort the whole list then and there itself. Is this clear? Guys, any doubts?
Sorry, I didn't understand this sorted part. Could you please repeat?
Okay. See here, there are two types of sorts. One is list one, someone list dot sort of method, and the other is sorted of list. Okay, let's just give another example. List. Okay, string का list है ना, two clear हो रहा है. 3. List 3 dot sort of and sorted list of list 2. Sorry, list 1. Okay, अभी क्या हो रहा है? This doesn't provide any return value, but if we check on printing the list 3, it is going to be sorted. It is going to be sorted. Are you getting this? अगर हम list 3 को print करके check करना चाहते हो, after calling the list dot sort of, it will be sorted list. Whereas this sorted function is a function which provides us with a return value. That means it is going to return us with a list. If I run this thing, it is going to show an error. Why? At line number 42.
Yeah, it's list 3 dot sort of.
Okay, list 3 is a combination of all the different types of variables, right? Type less than not supported between a string and int. So this sort or sorted is going to be applicable only for a single data type. Multiple variations cannot be sorted. Okay, if I say, let me just make it as a, if I say some, give me some variable y. Okay, list 2 का value ये है. अभी मैं clear को clear कर दूंगा. And ab count का value भी function clear है ना. Min का value भी clear है. Function max of is working fine. Okay, list dot sort of, list 3 dot sort of, which cannot be possible. So I'll just make it as list 2 dot sort of and function list 2. So general question to you guys, what is the output of sorted list in this case? अगर इसको sort करो तो क्या output क्या आएगा? Can we sort this?
Yes, maybe.
Can we sort a string list?
RSUY.
It will be following alphabetical order. Okay, so if I run this code, oh, कुछ error आया syntax वाला. किधर आया था? Line number 1 पे. What is invalid syntax here? Oh, come on. Yeah, here. Okay, Control X. And still it is getting error. क्या error है? कुछ गलत किया क्या मैं इधर? अच्छा, समझ में है ना अभी sorted और sort का? Sort is doesn't going to return any value. It doesn't return a value. Whereas sorted is going to return a list. Return a sorted list. एक बार आपके लैपटॉप में ट्राई करिए, समझ में आ जाएगा. I'm just clearing this. So those are some important methods. Remove and reverse again. List 1 equal to, list is a keyword, guys. You can't use list because list is a keyword. List 1 equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I say print of list 1 dot reverse of, क्या हो जाएगा? 5, 4, 3,
4, 3, 2, 1.
Something is wrong with the fine 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 आना है. क्या बोल रहा है ये? Python Shashi.
एक बार टर्मिनल से एग्जिट हो जाए सर, फिर होगा. क्लियर कर दीजिए.
अच्छा, oh shit, okay, got it. ये तो टर्मिनल पे गया ये.
Sir,
Okay.
at the side of Python, you can.
No, it just went into Python terminal. Fine. If I run this code now, क्या आया था? Huh?
None.
Why is it none? Okay. Okay. So here it is going to reverse the order of list, but none नहीं आना चाहिए ना? Okay. My syntax is correct. Control X.
So once you try this in online sir, compiler.
No. Let me just check one more thing. And if I say L, is it going to be the reversal list? None नहीं आ रहा है, which is not valid output. Why is it not returning anything? Okay. CMD 5 list 1 equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. List 1 dot. Okay, I have to share you, right? Okay, list 1 dot reverse of list 1. Okay, it is working fine, guys. I think there is an issue with my ID. दिख रहा है ना इधर?
Yes sir, yes sir.
हाँ, मैंने क्या किया था, खाली लिस्ट को रिवर्स कर दिया and so it has been reversed. If I want to say list 1 dot remove of, क्या वैल्यू रिमूव करना चाहते हैं हम? Let's say I want to remove 3 in this case. Enter. If I print list 1, is the 3 going to be available there?
No.
No, list 3, sorry, 3 has been removed from the list 1. Is that clear? That is how these methods are going to work.
Yes.
Any doubts in this, guys?
No sir, no.
No.
हम एक छोटी सी प्रॉब्लम दिखाएंगे. We'll see. Control A. What is the problem? Okay. I'll be giving you a list of elements. Let's say L1 equals to 12, 34, 54, 43, 56, 57, 68. So this is my list. So now what I do is I have to find whether the number 57 exists or not. I want to write a program which is going to work on this list. So my program is what? Find given number and add 12 to it and print the value. Okay, this is my condition. This is my code. I'm just going to show you how we can iterate over the list in Python. Okay, for I in list or L1, which is a way of declaring if this is when we are going to use this will be influenced, this will be utilized for us only when we are going to iterate and check whether it is present or not. But we have another way. Okay, so how can we do this? रेंज से क्या देना है? अगर मैं रेंज का फंक्शन यूज करना चाहता हूँ, रेंज क्या देना है? रेंज इज नथिंग बट लेन ऑफ लिस्ट का नाम देना है. Okay, range is len of list 1. And now if let's say I want to find a value, right? N equals to 35. I want to find n value. If n double equals to L1 of I, if n double equals to L1 of I, return I index position return कर सकता हूँ. Sorry. Print I. Else क्या बोलना है? If that is not available with me, what I have to print? Print
12.
not valid input. So इनसे हमको क्या पता चल रहा है कि I'm iterating over a list to check whether it is possible or not with respect to the index position. Okay, if I run this code, क्या आ रहा है? हर एक बार चेक कर रहा है. If it is a valid output, it is going to give it. If it is not, it is going to discard it.
Yes.
Okay, let's say if I find it with the 34, क्या हो गया अभी? 34 is a valid input, and so it is at the particular index we are going to get that particular value. Okay, and see, if it is not a valid index, what you are supposed to do is I have to break this point. What I'll just say, break. If I run this, how many times the code is going to run? If I print a break here and I'm going to send n equals 34,
Two
how many
times.
times?
2 times.
Exactly. एक non-valid input आएगा और one index print हो जाएगा.
Yes.
Okay. So if I say, that's pretty much. Let's go to the slicing part. समझ में आया ना अभी हमको कैसे how we are going to iterate. So let's say if instead of this I can also say L1. Okay, and I can also say I. We can directly provide the I. Okay, this is a comparison. Now for I in L1, what is it meaning? What is the meaning of this line? Fourth and meaning क्या है? What is meaning of for I in L1? So what
I L1 में है या नहीं?
No.
No, sir. एक एक करके value लेगा. 12, 34, 30.
Exactly. So what the Python do is it will go to the list L1 and it will start iterating from first value. So first I value क्या हो जाएगा? 12. Second I value 34. Okay, let me just print the values here. Print I. अगर मैं print किया तो क्या हो जाएगा? एक के बाद एक वैल्यू सारी के सारे print हो जाएगा. Now let's just check. देखा 12, 34, 54, 43, 26, 57, 68. क्या किया था ये? अरे वैल्यू को आइटरेट करते 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 एंड ऑफ द लिस्ट तक गया और एग्जिट हो गया. समझ में आ रहा है? रेंज यूटिलाइज करने के पहले हम इसको भी यूज कर सकते हैं. और we can also do this by using range as well. Any doubts here?
No, no.
Yeah. So now let's get back to our final topic, which is nothing but slicing. What is that? Slicing. List A use कर रहा हूँ. So the name itself says, right, slicing is nothing but you can return a range of characters or numbers by using the slice syntax. Slice syntax is available for us. By using that, we can get a sequence of characters in that particular range. Okay, let's see. If I want to get print of L1 braces, तो क्या बेचना है? I want to print 54 से लेकर 26 तक print करना है. Okay, what I have to do? 0, 1, 2, right? Second index से लेकर colon is my syntax, and if I don't give any value at the end, what it will do? It will print all the values till end. क्योंकि कहाँ से कहाँ तक लेकर? It will start with the second index and it will print all the values to the end. देखा क्या हुआ था? 54 से लेकर 68 तक print हो गया. अगर मैंने सोचा कि मुझे उतना दूर नहीं चाहिए, I just want to print till fourth index. Till fourth, I'm not saying including fourth. Until fourth if you print, that is fine in this case. तो अभी क्या हो जाएगा? 0, 1, 2, 2 से लेकर 54 प्रिंट हो जाएगा, 43 प्रिंट हो जाएगा और एग्जिट हो जाएगा. देखा? So last index is not yet counted in this case. Any doubts? It is similar to range function. It is similar to range function. हाँ बोलिए.
तो ये वाला समझ में नहीं आया, फिर से एक बार बताएंगे.
So range है ना हमारे पास, we are using range function, right?
Yes, yes.
In that, if I provide 1,5, what is it going to return? 1 से लेकर
5 तक.
4 तक print हो जाएगा और exit हो जाएगा. 1, 2, 3, 4 printed it
4.
and exits. Yes or no?
Correct.
In the same way, the slicing also works. Whereas in this, we are not providing any keywords. Instead, this is only for list or tuple or set. जो कुछ भी कलेक्शन है ना उसमें यूज करने के लिए स्लाइसिंग का उपयोग होता है. नाउ देखो, अगर मैं इसका वैल्यू अभी बढ़ा दिया 2 से लेकर 5th इंडेक्स तक वैल्यूज प्रिंट करना है. व्हाट इज सेकंड इंडेक्स हियर? 0, 1, 2. 54 is the second index, right? So from there it will go till 5. It won't add 5 in that in between, but it will go till 5. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Now what is the output going to be? For this input, the output is going to be 54, 43 and 26.
26.
देखा? A काम है. And see, so what we can say is simply the first input is for slicing is called lower bound, whereas second input is upper bound. Okay, if I don't specify any upper bound, 5 को नहीं दिया, अभी क्या हो जाएगा? 2 से लेकर लास्ट एलिमेंट तक सारे के सारे वैल्यूज को प्रिंट कर देगा.
Okay. We haven't
How
specified
many
that.
values? Yeah, we're not specifying any upper bound. And so what the Python thinks is, अरे इसको upper bound नहीं चाहिए. So what are the values present here? It's in there. ठीक है? अगर मैं upper bound को रख दिया और lower bound नहीं दिया, क्या करेगा ये बेचारा?
From beginning till end, till 5th.
Exactly. From beginning से लेकर till 5th तक आया. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 50 is 57th position, and so all the values are printed. Clear है?
Yes, sir.
And now, so Python में ना index positions अब तक हमें कैसे देखा था index positions? Like इसका index position 0 है 12 का, 34 का 1 है, 54 का 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are the index positions of each and every number, right? Okay, if you want to access that particular number in that particular index, 6th index position में लेना का तो क्या कर रहे हैं हम? अब तक क्या कर रहे था? List L1 square braces 6th index दिया था और उसका वैल्यू हमें प्रिंट कर रहा है. Yes or no?
Yes.
Python also encourages negative index positions. What is that? Negative index positions. That means, so last index will be -1 and it will be reduced towards the end, -2, -3 and so on. Okay, so it will be reduced towards the end in this case. समझ में आ रहा है कुछ? देखेंगे अभी कैसे चलता है उसको भी. Let's say I want to print -5 से लेकर colon -1 तक. What is the output in this case? Okay, before giving the range, let me just print list of -5. What is the output in this case? So think in this way, 68 is our -1 index position, -2, -3, -4, -5. Is it going to be 54?
It is 43.
Let's check. क्यों आया 54? When we are starting from left to right side to the left, इधर से हम इधर जा रहे हैं ना, तब क्या हो जाएगा? It's totally going to be -1 will be the index position of 68. 68 के index position क्या है? -1. -1 शुरू कर, -2, -3, -4 and -5. 54 is our output. So now what I'm trying to say, -1 से लेकर -5 तक सारे वैल्यूज प्रिंट कर दीजिए. अभी क्या प्रिंट होगा?
34.
हाँ बोलो.
4 से 68 तक.
If I run this, 54 से लेकर 57 तक प्रिंट होगा. Why? It is similar to our front. Sorry, it is similar to this only. If I say print of L1 braces लेट्स से 2 से लेकर 8 तक, सॉरी 6 तक प्रिंट करने दो। सो दिस इज सिमिलर टू द सेम आउटपुट। देखा 54, 43, 26, 57 सो एंड सो। बट क्या हो रहा है, नेगेटिव पीछे से सामने के लिए सामने को आ रहा है, इसलिए इट इज डिफाइंड इन नेगेटिव। And there is a beauty part in these type of processes are called slicing, guys. Or this is called as, इसको क्या बोलते हैं?
Slicing.
Exactly, slicing बोलता है इसको। अब देखो, if you want to reverse the list को reverse करना है, we know there is a process called list1 dot reverse of. Yes or no? इसको रन कर दिया। मैंने अभी भी यही स्टेप मिस्टेक किया था। X, V, L2, रिवर्स लिस्ट क्यों नहीं आ रहा है रिवर्स इसमें?
सर सेम मेरे में भी हो रहा है, नन आ रहा है।
But it is working fine in this. Okay, one second. I have given the syntax wrong. Syntax wrong किया था। Syntax correct है मेरे इसमें। Why is it not working here? What's the mistake? But either देखो, okay, fine. This is kind of a reverse function where we can use to reverse it, but we can also say print of list. अब एक बार print करके देखेंगे what is in the list one. Okay, ऐसा ही है ना। अब इसको reverse करने के लिए simply you have to say colon -1. क्या हो जाएगा? Ending से लेकर what the this is not the output we will get. So every value printed. There is some small syntax error I am missing here. Okay, so again इस एक तरफ का range है ना, like see we have three different types of ranges with single value or with the double value, range of 1 to 7, or with triple value, range of 1, 5, 1, or I can say 2. Yes or no? Guys, we have three different types of range functions. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah, in the same way,
Yes.
this particular things also, this particular slicing also have two ways of defining the values. Okay. हाँ बोलिए।
वो reversed है। मैंने W3 स्कूल पे देखा reversed ED।
नहीं इधर देखो, one second, let me just show you one. मेरे इसमें काम कर रहे हैं ना, list one dot reverse of. Are you seeing this? हेलो
सर, आपने जो रीडेबल मटेरियल दिए थे ना उसमें रिवर्स्ड लिखा हुआ है।
हाँ वो भी है, रिवर्स फंक्शन भी वैलिड है। देखो, there is a condition called, मैं एक पॉइंट भूल गया था रिवर्स के बारे में. So reverse क्या करेगा? Reverse is such a method. What you will do is, every list in Python has built-in reverse method, right? You can call to reverse the contents of the list objects, but reversing the list in place means it won't create another object, but it will create a copy. See here, why is it happening with respect to none? Why is it happening none for me is, if we just give an output here, print of, sorry, देखो, list one dot reversed of what is that? What you are saying?
Yes.
It is not even a method here.
So उधर W3
Okay, no. List L1. Yeah, now it is going to work, I guess. Reversed of list, I guess. Reversed of L1. हाँ ठीक, काम कर रहे हैं ना. No, even this is not working. This will work if we call it in a print. एक ऑब्जेक्ट को रिवर्स किया ये. Okay, we'll discuss on this, no problem. पहले मुझे एक पॉइंट कंप्लीट करने दो. So similar to our ranges, कैसा हमारे पास ranges है, different types का ranges है ना, उसी तरह हमारे पास this particular range in the list is also going to work. Okay, we only don't have a single pointer. This doesn't have. We have two values which are just seen here, right? Two values को कैसे define करना है with respect to two values, how the slicing works. Now let's see this three string range. So what is this three steps range? Can anyone explain what is the three value range here? What is 1, what is 5, and what is 2? Come on guys, we are getting late.
Sir, 1 is the starting point.
Exactly.
5 represents the ending point.
Exactly.
And 2 tells that skip the number.
How many steps we are going to skip that, right?
Interval.
Exactly. In the same way, this slicing also have three different positions. First, in the first position is going to be starting point. If I specify it as 0, okay, it's 0. Second index is going to be ending point, and by how many steps we are going to solve it. So in this given list, what are the values we are going to print? Can anyone guess? Values क्या आने वाला है? बोलो. For every 2 interval, I want to print. So 12 print हो जाएगा. 12 के बाद 0, 1, 2, 54 print हो जाएगा. 26 and breaks. Let's just check. See, देखा 12, 54, 26 and has been broken. Clear? Now, if I want to increase it to 3, अभी क्या आएगा output? Describe the output.
Sir, 12.
Yes.
54.
No.
43, sir.
Yeah, 12, 43 will be output.
Yes, sir. Both.
Okay. So in the same way, I can say that -1, reduce it with -1 and empty the values. It is going to return the reversed list. If I say 6 in this case and 1 in this case, if I run the error, why is it coming in the empty set? क्यों empty set आ रहा है? क्या wrong किया मैं इसमें?
We have to put a
positive range.
Sir, reverse is possible. That's what.
No. Here positive
I mean,
range में
positive.
लिया था. Yeah, अगर मैं इसमें -5, -6, -1, is it going to work somewhere? हाँ? क्या हुआ था? -2 से लेकर -6 तक प्रिंट हो गया. Sorry, -2 is nothing but 26, 57 because it is start from -1, right? So -2, -3, -4, -5, -6 until 30, until 54 we got the values. समझ में आ रहा है ना कैसे this how can we use slicing to get values, print values and all? Is it making any sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's go to MCQs part. Okay, stop sharing, guys. All of you, open your portals and reload it before I submit the MCQs. Submit first MCQ. Oh shit, is not up. मेरा सेशन लॉग आउट हो गया. Comedy. Okay, first MCQ is up, guys. अच्छा, forgot to say, अगर हम लिस्ट को एक स्ट्रिंग भेज दिया, ना समझो I have sent a list, I've created a list by saying that list of with some string Python. तो अभी मैं वो लिस्ट को प्रिंट किया तो क्या आ जाएगा मालूम? It will print as each individual P Y T H O N. Let me show you an example. Okay, बिट वगैरह के बाद दिखाऊंगा मैं उसको. And sum of is also a function which is going to use produce sum for integer list. What is that function? Sum of. Input function in Python which provides us with the list.
Sir, I'm not getting MCQ, sir.
Reload karo page ko.
Sir, even I reloaded, sir.
You're not getting MCQs.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, are you in FST November 2021 batch?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Reload karo, aa jayega.
I reloaded.
लॉग आउट करके लॉग इन करो.
जल्दी करो, 16 seconds ही बाकी है. लॉग आउट करके लॉग इन करो नहीं तो. 12 seconds, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I don't know, I can't count. Second MCQ is up, guys. Hello. నేను కొంచెం ఏం చేస్తాను, 10 నిమిషాలు చేస్తాను. Third MCQ is up. Okay, guys. Fourth MCQ is up. सोच समझ के रखना आंसर को. So जैसे list plus list, list one plus list two किया, how can it appended? Same goes with list one into two. Okay. And I want to make you understand this as well. Another MCQ is up, guys. This is kind of important point. And next. भाई कल भी एक बार मैं जो कुछ भी लिंक अभी अटेंडेंस में भेज रहा हूँ ना, प्लीज गो थ्रू दैट रीडिंग लिंक्स. एक ओवरव्यू ले लिया तो अच्छा रहता है. देखो आज आपको कितना इजी समझ में आ गया. यस और नो? Is going to the links helpful or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
हाँ, so एक बार पढ़ के आया तो अच्छा रहता है. So मैंने attendance create किया. Who have no doubts they can leave, and who have doubts they can stay. Once these MCQs are done, I'll also take the leave. बहुत देर हो गया भाई. आप लोगों को भी देर हो गया. Sorry.
Sir, all question got correct.
All question got correct.
Got correct.
पढ़ के आए ना इसलिए करेक्ट हो गया सब. पढ़ के आए ना तो क्लास के लिए?
यस सर, जो आप रीडिंग मटेरियल्स दिए थे उसको भी पढ़े थे, आप कुछ यूट्यूब से वीडियो भी देखे थे।
That's how it will just help you boost your knowledge. और easy भी जो कुछ भी मैं बोलने वाला है ना उसमें easy भी रखता है समझने में। ठीक है, so how many of you any doubts? Now let's go to the first MCQ part. So first MCQ का आंसर क्या है? All the mentioned above, right? We can declare each and every list in the all kind of ways. Second MCQ is min-off. What is our use of min-off function? It is going to give minimum among the values in the list. Yes or no? Second MCQ. And so the answer is going to be 1. No. Third MCQ क्या है? Suppose list 1 is so and so. What is list 1 of -1? Answer क्या है? Third MCQ का answer क्या है?
25.
Exactly. Which is at third position? Sorry, which is at last position of the given list. And now fourth MCQ. List 1 into 2. क्या करेगा ये? जैसा ही मैं बोला था ना, list 1 को एक ही थंब पे लाइक when list 1 plus list 2 क्या किया था, एक first list 1 को ऐड करके and then list 2 को concatenate किया था, added at the end of the list. In the same way, when going to multiply it n number of times, it will concatenate the same list for n number of times. Okay, so the answer is going to be C. Clear है? Yeah, now let's see the insert option. Last question तो आपको सबको ही आता है ना? Insert at second, so it is asking insert 5 to the third position. Third position क्या हो जाएगा list पे? 0, 1, 2. Second में insert करना है. So the index answer is going to be B. Insert of 2, 5. Is that clear?
Yes sir.
Yeah. कल एक बार मुझे like before starting the class, just let me know. Sorry. Just remind me one thing about strings. पहले strings को शुरू करके and then we'll get back to tuples and all. Okay. Yes or no यार, कोई तो बोलो.
Okay, yes sir.
मुझे आपका फेस नहीं दिखता है, आपका फेशियल एक्सप्रेशन नहीं दिखता है, मैं क्या बोल सकता हूँ क्या हो रहा है उधर?
सर ये फिफ्थ वाले में हम ऐड भी कर सकते।
क्या हो? दोबारा हम
जो आपने फिफ्थ क्वेश्चन दिया है, लिस्ट ऐड भी कर सकते हैं।
ऐड नहीं, अपेंड है वो, अपेंड नहीं कर सकते. वी आर थॉट ऑफ इंसर्टिंग इट. अपेंड करें तो क्या हो जाएगा? लास्ट पे अपेंड होगा, right? We are not appending here, we are inserting it, so we have to specify that index position there. Okay. Yeah. So that's pretty much them. Any doubts?
Sir, have you got the message about regarding CC, sir? Morning.
हाँ, आपने भेजा क्या?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You said to remember at
Yeah. Good. Nice work. Today also repeat the same. Okay.
Sure, sir.
Chalo, folks.
Actually, that's what. Okay, sir.
Yeah. No problem. Chalo then. Thank you, guys. Rest ले लो अभी. सुबह में 9 को मैं CC अपलोड करके कंप्लीट करके छोड़ दूँगा. Bye.
Sure. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. If there is no doubts, I'm leaving, guys. रोनाल्ड अभी बाकी है. Okay. Good night, folks.